Hello. Hi, Dr. Cerembus. This is Laura. I am dialing in, as I say, here to give some feedback and reflect on my capstone slash my in-service today that I provided to the nurses at Bayada's corporate office. I think overall my presentation on medication reconciliation went pretty well. Um, to start off, what went really well would be the presentation. I was able to work with IT here. They are huge, huge, huge with Zoom. Like the whole company is Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. And it's really cool to see how technology can really work for them and how they can connect to so many different people. So having like a Zoom professional come down and help me like set up everything, because at first, IT wasn't working right. They gave me a clicker. So that was really cool. And I felt like supported that my technology was going to be like, quote unquote flawless. So that went really well. And I also think my audience was attentive and smaller, but yet not too large of a sample class size. And I think my presentation went really well, as in they were actually able to learn my objectives. What I could probably improve on next time would be, and I got some direct feedback then, and it's kind of hard. I want to like give them the answer because I get so like compassionate. And I even said to them, I said, "Ooh, when we were doing the whiteboard, I was like, I gave you that answer." But I felt like it was there, but I kind of like condensed it for them. But in the future, moving forward, I would kind of like take a pause and just wait for the response. And then they gave me some feedback with the any poll. I kind of didn't realize, we write the test questions with so much critique behind them, but when they're doing a poll and they can see the responses right there, I would want to change the setting because they're just going to pick what everyone else picks and not necessarily know the right answer. So I would tweak that if I had to do that in the future. And then I also just looked at my body language and I could tell that I was like really nervous. So I could like tell that I was tense, and I had like a feedback form at the end, and some people like wrote you looked really tense, but then you after you broke into the other activities, you really got more relaxed into the setting. So I thought that was good to see. And then I was really my feedback, you can see I kind of wanted them to really grade me as a presenter, because I'm actually going to be doing this again with my speaker notes available. I have more speaker notes, which you'll probably see in the PowerPoint. I'm going to be recording it live for the webinar for the Nurses Week to be broadcasted on their website. So I will be able to read off of that. It'll be like a mirror image. They'll be able to zoom in on the camera when I'm looking up and then flip back to the presentation, kind of like Screencast-O-Matic, but just turn off me for a little bit. So I just feel like I'm rambling on. But I thought I did a good job. Obviously, the more you rehearse something, the more comfortable you feel with it. And same probably with the same presentation, the more you do teaching of it, the more comfortable you get. And I've noticed that with other presentations at work. I've created stuff with the Bronx. And when I teach to my peers, the first time I did it, I was like nervous. And then they asked me to give the presentation the next year as a refresher. I was like, sure, no problem. And I felt so much more relaxed. And now I'm like, in that setting, I like want to jump up to the podium and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll give it. So I feel like with this, if I were in front of a class audience again, I already know what to expect. I mean, you can rehearse in front of people, but it's not the same as when you teach in front of actual live audience. My 2 cents. But I think that's it for my reflection. I'm relieved that it's over, but I'm also, if I could go back and do it again, I'd want to make it better. And that's pretty much it. So thank you very much.